fourth episode of the new series Slice of Hope, which is driven in collaboration with HopeWorks Foundation. And thanks to Jacinta Jayachandran and Kavita Garla for shaping this series. And our guest for today is Navya YR. She is working as software development engineer intern at Accolade Digital, and she is also a Hope citizen at HopeWorks Foundation. And as we prepare to delve into our conversation on the topic at hand, balancing books and budgets, here is an exciting twist. First, let us tickle the brain of Navya. So, Navya, please get ready for a rapid fire round of random words. I'll mention a few, and I would love to hear the first thing that comes to your mind in response, crisply and without thinking much. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Navya.
Super. Let's dive right in. And here comes the first word, curiosity.
Space.
Invention.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Future.
Today's, what is so today?
Book.
The recent book which I read is It Ends With Us.
Movie.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Food.
Any South Indian food, anything.
Place.
Kashmir.
Name.
Navya.
Other than Navya.
Okay, I'll say my mom's name, Penchilamma.
Education.
Education is what the important tool, top priority.
Good one. And the last one is hope.
Driving force.
Super. And thank you so much for participating, Sport team. We really appreciate the responses. And folks, welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series, where we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. I'm your host, Navin Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place through valuable discussions and conversations that add value not only to your life, but also to your career. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Navya, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice, and thank you so much for being part of our journey. And also thank you for coordinating the Slice of Hope series. I really appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you, Navin. Thank you. Pleasure.
So let's get started, Navya. And right now
Yes.
you're working as SDE intern. I know your path to this was not that easy. And I'm really curious to understand the top 3 things that have contributed to your success so far. Share your success mantra with our audience.
The top 3 things I would say firstly is discipline. I am a very disciplined person. Like whatever I want to get things done, I'll do it on the time, proper time, whatever it's like, so very punctual. The second thing I would say it is having a plan. Maybe it's an interview or maybe it's a kind of exam or something. In your proper time, so I'm going to study this one today, I'm going to study this one tomorrow. So proper time to achieve your goal. So that's my second thing I would say, having a proper plan. And third is showing up. It might be maybe any event or it can be somebody invited you or not invited you. Go there, show up, show impact. Let them know that you exist. Your existence there will have an impact there, whatever it might be. So let them know that you are there, and then somebody will get back to you with some opportunity, something. So always be in the loop every time, whatever it might be. That's what I think. So
Very nice. Loved it. And now let's start talking about HopeWorks. First, I'm curious to understand how did you get to know about HopeWorks, and how has your life transformed after associating with HopeWorks?
yes, that's one of the best things happened in my life. So my aunt was a waste segregation. She used to work there, and so HopeWorks had been there. Like they visited the factory, and that's how I got connected with HopeWorks. And then I had small interview, like something like that, and then they know like this girl, we need her to get education because my mother didn't want me to get it. Like she needs education, but then she wasn't in a position to provide me education. So then HopeWorks at the proper that was a proper time when HopeWorks I met HopeWorks and then they provided me scholarship and I got a chance to for the education and that's what happened. So I got education. I finished. I cracked multiple interviews. I got a job. So that's how like how I met HopeWorks. And and if I want to talk about transformation, firstly I was a very silent kid who's very I have anxiety issues. Like I'm very scared of things. What might people tell? What if I say a wrong thing? What kind of judgment will they give? That's how before HopeWorks. But after HopeWorks, I'm like it's okay. Let people judge me. It's okay. that's how life is going to be. So people say whatever they want to do. So I'm at that kind of transformation is what happened with me from homework. So it's not only about soft skills, about your emotional strength. So it's not just you going through this phase. It's there are a lot number of girls happen worse than you. There's so many things happening in the world you don't know, and you might think your thing is more is more difficult. But if you know about others, that like the people, like other girls, like having their girls who have with single parents, who are orphans, and with some diseases, and looking at them, your problem is nothing. So that's what
Yeah.
being strong emotionally and mentally is what I learned from HopeWorks, and I think I've come to I'm a very different person before and after HopeWorks. It's
Hmm.
very so much of happening.
It's not. I could see a lot of confidence in you, and I think HopeWorks had really transformed you and transformed your journey altogether.
Exactly.
And as you rightly mentioned, many people think the problems that they are undergoing are the biggest, but there are much more bigger problems which we are not aware of, right? So thanks for
Yes,
highlighting
exactly.
that. And please talk to us about what did you do for a living or income before joining HopeWorks?
Yes. So when I was in eighth or ninth standard, something like that, my mom was like, "Okay, after your 10th standard, we are not going to your education is going to stop there. We'll teach you some tailoring or stuff, something like that, and we'll get you married." That was the plan of my mother. But then after my 10th standard, I got really good scores. Like I got 97 percentage something, and my school put up a banner. That was the first time my school ever put up a banner. And looking at that, my whole family was like, "Wow, this girl's going somewhere." And I somehow convinced my mom, "I'm going to study. I'll do my first 11th and 12th standard, and also I should stop giving burden to my mother." So I joined a college. It's a girls' college where the college fees was something around 30,000, 35,000. So I decided I'll take tuitions. And with those money, with whatever the money I'll get from the tuitions, I'll pay off my college fee. I did, and I was able to pay my college fee, and also I was able to manage my expenditure, everything. So that's how after my 10th standard, I never asked my parents for the college fee. And later, HopeWorks happened. They paid my engineering stuff, engineering fee, and I managed other budgets and everything. So that's what as I told you, after my 10th standard, I never had to ask my parents about the money. So I was independent financially after that. So that's what I learned, and I did many other jobs, like small, like I used to go to physical work, like you have to do a work. There's a work like I used to pack bags. As I said, I did tuitions, and I worked in farms like that. So I did multiple small jobs where I earned little money, and which contributed to my for my college fees mostly.
Hmm.
That's how it happened.
That's quite inspiring, and you did not stop at where you were supposed to stop. And I think you guys have took a right decision to join HopeWorks Foundation, and definitely this particular support has transformed your life and your career outlook altogether. That is clearly visible here. And now I'm also curious to understand, how did you identify your strengths? Because you initially said you had these anxiety issues, and also you are not good at public speaking, right? And you seem to be an introvert at that point in time. But how did you discover your strengths?
Yeah. So again, before HopeWorks, my parents were kind of like they used to have fight. Like my parents are not they can't stand each other. They always used to fight, have some kind of arguments every time. I used to just go and cry into a pillow, all these things. But then I tried my best. I tried to make them sit down, talk to each other, whatever. Like I tried, like let them know what's happening, what's the impact they're having on my mental thing. But then I thought, okay, this is fine. Like if it's not in my control, I can't do anything. So and now I don't cry. I don't go and cry and tell, oh no, what is this happening? I'm just like, okay, this is gonna happen. This is how it's life, and I can get through it. And now I'm just okay, chill everything. So that's one of the mental strength I got. That's one of the strengths. Like mentally, I'm very strong right now. so I don't cry for silly things and whatever happening. And uh, and HopeWorks, the system, like in HopeWorks we have lots, like almost like 250 girls. Every Sunday we meet, and listening to them itself is lots of, you will get lots and lot of emotional support. Like if I go and tell my problem, she tells her problem. Like we go and hug each other. And be like, this is what. So this is like a sisterhood which we developed among ourselves, which is a lot of like emotional strength for all of us.
Hmm.
So those are the
So
stories.
yeah, you have developed resiliency also, which is one of the most important traits to be successful in the life. And also talk about various programs. Right now, you are a Hope citizen at HopeWorks, right? Likewise, you have a set of programs and initiatives. So please share with our global audience in terms of what kind of programs are being run.
I really want the world to know what kind of stuff is HopeWorks doing, the transformation they're having on a girl. So firstly, we have Hope Citizen program, which happens on every Sunday. So there's some speaker coming to us and speaking about lots of various things. It might be soft skills, personal development, body language, communication skills. A lot of things we learn. It's not which we are not learning, which we're not learning in the colleges. So when HopeWorks is giving all these things, we are making at the most advantage of all these things, and then we're able to crack interviews. We're able to do things which we never imagined of. There are girls who are learning public speaking and art things, artistic people. So there's so many things happening. So that's one of the things which happening in HopeWorks. And secondly is iGrow sessions. In iGrow session, we have students from the age of 8 to 13 years, where we go there and we'll ask them what are the dreams, how do they plan to achieve their dreams. So just tingling their mind of how to get to their things. And we also have recently launched the Slice of Hope campaign to encourage donors. So I wish everybody who was listening to this podcast, please, a little bit of hope which you're going to give to a girl is by donating as much as you can. Maybe 1,000, 2,000, anything, how much ever you can. So that will help a girl to get education and make a career out of it. So yeah, please do that.
Excellent. So, those of you who are watching this episode or listening to it, you will find the website of HopeWorks, which is hopeskipjump.org. It is available in the show notes, and it need not always be cash. It can also be in terms of delivering a motivating session in person at the campaign, and also you can pick up some mentorship activity virtually, also irrespective of which country or which state you belong to. And all these efforts are going to immensely help the future of India, especially we are dealing with young girls, because we strongly believe that if we empower young girls, they are going to empower the community. And thank you so much in advance, guys. And Navya, thanks for sharing all the program details in a nutshell. Now let's talk a bit about your mom, right? How is she inspiring you?
My mother is the biggest inspiration. There's nobody else like my mother. She works like 8 hours in a day. Goes to work at 8 a.m. in the morning. Comes back at 8 p.m. in the evening. So it's only 12 hours a day. And she never sits at home. She never sits and do there's nothing like relaxing in her life, in her dictionary. She's always working, running, job, like always doing something, one or the other work. So when I ask her, why are you doing so many things like at the same time? Why are you putting so much of being hard on yourself? She's like, because of if I go work today and if I earn, like she gets a daily wage like 500 or 400 per day. So this 400 will help me to buy a maybe a cylinder gas or maybe a rice bag or a oil can. So with that per day wage, she's making a family. So looking at her, how can I just sit at home and then just think, let her do whatever she can do. So she has a very big impact on my life. So she's the one driving force pushing me to do things what I'm doing right now. She has a same goes with my brother also. He's also a hardworking person. So we are people. We don't sit at home. We just we come out and struggle. We run for things, run towards things.
Mhm. So you said your mom is a daily labor or daily wager, right? So
Yes.
what does she do exactly?
Previously she used to work as a farmer. So she's from a village. So she only knows how to do farming, like cultivating crops like that. But after moving to Bangalore, she did those works till like 5 years something. But as Bangalore is like metropolitan, so we can't find more kind of those kind of jobs. So she learned tailoring. She
Hmm.
learned all by herself, and she's now working as a tailor in a factory.
That's good to know. And you also mentioned a bit about the mentors at HopeWorks, right? And mentors. In fact, we have interviewed Rashmi Lamba in our last
Yes.
episode, and she's so inspiring, and she's such a great personality, right? So people like Rashmi Lamba, Kavita Garla, all of them are coming and encouraging and inspiring all the young girls out there. So how does it feel like interacting with those mentors, and what is the best part of mentors at HopeWorks?
Mentors are the best people. Like you, for us, for girls at HopeWorks, we don't have at home, we don't have some proper guidance. If I want to take engineering, how will I get to engineering? After my 2 months, what should I write? What exam should I write? How will I go? I have no clue. So, but when HopeWorks gave us mentors, so each girl have a mentor. So whatever doubts, or whatever clarifications, or what emotionally, it can be financially, or any kind of problems, we tell our mentors. This is what happening in my life. How will I get through it? How can I get through it? Is there any way of it to get out of it? So
Hmm.
it's not only about guidance. Also, it's about emotionally. Like I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling angry. Whom do I tell? Maybe not every girl have like a mother whom they can go hug and tell. So we call up our mentors, and they're all available anytime. I can call my mentor anytime, and she pick up the call and she'll tell how are you. And some mentors even take us out like a movie and for shopping and something like that. It's so much of love they give us, and that's so much like we can't even explain it. We are so grateful to them.
Hmm. Absolutely, I can resonate with you. Mentors are someone who will change our life and also our career forever. And you guys are really fortunate to have those kind of amazing people around you. And kudos to Jacinta Jayachandran
Exactly.
for really coming up with such an amazing initiative, because the kind of impact all these girls are going to create in the next decade or so, right? It will be unparalleled and it will be unprecedented. So you guys,
Exactly.
I wish you all the best to all the girls out there, part of HopeWorks, and also mentors and everybody that is part of HopeWorks, right? So that's wonderful. Now let's talk about. This has been an incredible conversation, and it's now time for us to add more spice to the episode, more excitement. So I'm going to kick off the second rapid fire round with a set of intriguing questions. If you are ready, let's get started.
I'm ready. Let's get started.
Okay, here comes my first bullet out of the rapid fire. What is one app you can't live without for productivity?
Google, all the Google apps, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google.
Spot on. And what is one thing that you are really bad at that you wish you were better or good at?
I can't tell no. It's very difficult for me if somebody asks me to do a work. I can't tell a no. I can't say to their face tell no. So I have to learn that to tell no and tell them no. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. So I have to learn that the power of
and,
saying no.
and can you describe yourself in just one word?
Evolving.
Best way to celebrate after acing an exam.
First of all, exam is so stressful period, and I think after exam you have to sleep. Sleeping is the best celebration.
Nice. And if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Teleporting. Like I just want to think of a place in my mind and then go to that place. Just think and go. Teleport.
Just like a Doraemon door, right?
Yes, exactly.
And last one for rapid fire. What is one electronic gadget or a fantasy gadget that you would like to see or invent yourself?
You just said that Doraemon's anywhere door.
Okay,
Just open
great.
the door and
Hmm. Okay, good. I loved your responses to the rapid fire round, and let's flip back to the mainstream. What is your one piece of advice to those from economically backward families, either it is boy or a girl?
I think really education is what education will transform. So I wish every it might even if you're in background classes, please let their parents let them go to colleges or schools, and that's how lives are going to change. Little bit of education with little bit of life skills is what needed, and the lives are going to change. So education is it's very important. I feel.
Awesome. And how's your experience being hosted on the Guiding Voice platform?
It was amazing. It was very nice half an hour session with you. Thank you, Naveen. It was really amazing, and the things which you are doing right now are very inspiring. And please continue this work. You guys are doing a very amazing job. Thank you so much for having me.
So pleasure to host you, and thank you for your amazing insights and sharing all the things so openly. And I wish you all the very best. You will rock, and you continue to inspire others, and also give back to the community.
Thank you, Naveen. Thank you so much.
All right, so friends, that was our episode with Navya YR. I'm sure you got a dose of inspiration in terms of giving back and how not to lose hope and how to be resilient. So this is the fourth one out of 6 to 8 episodes from the TGV Slice of Hope series, and for which we have collaborated with HopeWorks Foundation. And stay tuned for more interviews from this series. We will feature mothers of students and a few more students who are part of this brilliant initiative. And before we dive into the exciting trivia section, we have a small request for you. If you haven't already, we kindly invite you to subscribe to our podcast from wherever you have tuned in from. Because by subscribing, you will stay updated with our latest episodes, ensuring you never miss out on valuable content. And if you have enjoyed this conversation and found it beneficial, we would be immensely grateful if you could share it with at least three of your friends or colleagues or family members who can also benefit from the guiding voice. So please spread the knowledge and empower others to learn and grow just like you. And your support means a lot. Not only will your friends gain new insight, we will also gain new subscribers, which will allow us to continue producing valuable content for you and our growing community. Thank you so much in advance for your support, and let's embark on this journey of knowledge together. Now, let's hop into the trivia segment. So, today's trivia is about young achievers. I would like to start with Samantha Smith. She is an American schoolgirl and who gained international recognition in the 1980s when, at the age of 11, she wrote a letter to Soviet leader Yuri Andropov advocating for peace during the Cold War. Her letter led to an invitation to the Soviet Union where she engaged in discussions promoting peace and diplomacy. And next one is Elon Musk. I'm sure it is not an exaggeration if I say that nobody on this planet wouldn't know about or wouldn't have heard about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the entrepreneur and CEO of multiple companies, including Tesla and SpaceX. He sold a video game he created at the age 12 for $500. And Musk's innovative ventures are transforming industries like electric cars and space travel. And the last fact is about Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc, a young peasant girl, led the French army to several victories during the Hundred Years' War when she was in her teens. And her courage and leadership made her a symbol of resistance and a national heroine in France. So, friends, before I let you go, here is my ask. In case if you have come across any young achiever from anywhere in the world, please share their success story with me, and we are going to talk about that in future episodes, or if possible, we'll try to feature them. Right, and that's a wrap for today's episode. We sincerely appreciate you for taking time to tune in and also being part of our incredible community, because we would love to hear from you, and your feedback and ideas means a lot, means the world to us. And do not hesitate to share your topic recommendations and also suggestions for guest speakers through our social media channels or by dropping us an email at theguidingvoiceforyou@gmail.com. Together, we can create content that truly resonates with you and help the community at large. I'm your host Navin Samala, a dedicated professional and an insatiable learner, and my mission is to make the world a better place through meaningful conversations that have a lasting impact on your life and also on your career. Friends, stay connected with us as we continue this enlightening journey together. And until we meet again, take care, stay inspired, and remember the best is yet to come. Bye bye for now. See you all in the next episode with another wonderful guest.